All right, Sid, we are back here. And again, everybody, thank you for joining us for this coverage, again, of the ECL Elite Division right here on Sports Gamer. We are just about ready to go for our second matchup of the day. Again, the Falun Coal Miners are back in the Elite Division as they will be taking on Conquer Gaming in our second matchup of the day. Before we get into the action, though, again, a friendly reminder of what's coming up over the next few days. Of course, tomorrow there will be some FIFA action right here on Sports Gamer. Make sure to check in and tune into that. And of course, this Sunday as well, Sin will be back here covering our next matchups. HV71 will be in action again as they take on YMCA Esports. H-Reds will take on Goons. And again, a reminder, we will be here every Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. Sunday starts 2 hours earlier, our prime time matchups there. As again, you'll see our two-time now defending champions in H-Reds in action for the first time. Sin, with that, let's set the stage here for our second matchup of the day. Again, the Falun Coal Miners taking on Conquer Gaming. We'll get a look at the team stats here. And not exactly the start that the Coal Miners were looking for out of the gates with their first two games.
Yeah, getting shut out twice is definitely not the start to the season that you want, but good thing they're perfect on the penalty kill, I believe. So that's at least good for them. That being said,
positives.
Yeah, exactly. Unless they haven't faced a power play, but I think they have in that. Anyway, but yeah, we did get to see Conquer, and Conquer had some bright spots, but again, not the start that they wanted either. One game that went to overtime, then another where it didn't go quite so well for them. But, this is a time for both of these guys to try to sort of right the ship early on, not dig yourself a hole too quickly.
Let's get you all a look at the lineups here as we are going to try to get the action kicked off as soon as possible. For the Coal Miners, it is Martindale, Satapoika, and Fopa Toflin as the front three. Captain Furion Matanski on defense and making his season debut between the pipes. Police control between, in the crease, between the pipes. Making his debut between the pipes. I can't possibly overuse that saying. Can't possibly. On the flip side, for Conquer Gaming, the front three, of course, as we saw earlier on this week, it is Vire, Ginu, and Yarax Katanarski, alongside Yalkin on defense, Monkeyhead in goal. And Sim will go to our center comparison, as we always do, Satapoika against Ginu. And again, a bit of a rough start. Of course, we're not expecting to see any points on the board for any members of the Coal Miners, of course.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Coal Miners, they have yet to register a goal right here. And, obviously Martindale, they can't feel too good for him as, coming from Northern Ascendancy. It was a team that would also struggle to score here. So this is a big opportunity for the Coal Miners. But, there's that positive. Satapoika has been strong on the dot. Ginu so far, not a good performance so far on the faceoffs. He has to improve that there. Faceoffs aren't the end-all be-all, but they are an important part to a team.
We move over to the winger matchup here again for Conquer Gaming, Vera and Yarax. And of course, on the flip side, it is Martindale and Fopa Toflin. Again, two very experienced players within the Elite Division. But of course, we have to really focus on the flip side in terms of points so far. And I was fairly impressed with what I saw from the Conquer duo in their opening two games. Of course, they unfortunately lost both of those games, but some positives to take away for Conquer.
Yeah, definitely some bright spots, particularly Vida, who has that, on that goal per game pace right now. And if he would, love to sustain that throughout the course of this season and, be picking up some assists along the way as well. You can see it from his shot totals right there, 8 shots in 2 games, definitely looking to put that puck on net. And Yedex, also a solid player. We really did like that duo. And then you got more experience on the opposite side. Martindale, been in the ECL Elite for quite some time, played on a variety of different teams, playoff experience, etc., so forth. And Fopa Toflin, who, is experienced as well and experience all over the ice, has played center, we've seen him play defense as well, and now back on the wing here. So, we're waiting kind of for Falun, as we sort of were for HV71, to figure out their offense and get that going.
The defenseman as well, again, for Conquer Gaming. It is the Elite Division rookie and Katanarski alongside Yalkin, Furion, and Tansky on the other side. And, of course, for the Coal Miners duo there, two very, very experienced players at the Elite Division level as well. And of course, this team really brought together after the departure of Granite Gaming, and Furion stepping in and saying, I'm going to lead my own team again. And again, a bit of a rough start, but the experience level is there amongst this lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. So if it's just about, like, at this point, riding the ship as quick as possible, and there's a lot of, like we've been mentioning, a lot of experience there on that coal miners team here. So it's going to start, just game by game, but this is a matchup where they can begin to turn that around.
And the goaltenders are our last head-to-head here. Again, Monkeyhead taking on the debuting, at least for this season, Police Control on the other side. And again, both goaltenders looking for very strong performances today. I think that goes without saying.
Yeah, Monkeyhead kind of in the same boat that the goaltender from the previous matchup was in Ellie Kamel, where those aren't the stats that he wants to see. We know that he's capable of a lot more, and against a team that, again, maybe struggling to score, at least so far here in the coal miners, this could be a good opportunity for him to sort of right the ship and get that confidence settled in for his team and pick up some wins as well.
So again, we are just about ready to go to kick off the action, the first game of 2 here in the regular season matchup between the Falun Coal Miners and Conquer Gaming. While we have a second here, let's get you a look at the live standings that we have while we wait for these two teams to match up. And again, games ongoing as we speak throughout the divisions. Looks like H-Reds have pulled off the comeback, and well, actually, no, ZSC. There you go, Estor. Love the live reporting from Estor as far as what's going on. ZSC giving H-Reds a bit of a run for their money in the second game between those two teams. Always love to try to keep tracks, and on game days, very, very hectic, but I love it in terms of trying to keep up with everything that's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And CSC getting off to at least, a fairly good start here, especially if they're able to take that to OT against H-Reds and keep themselves in the hunt, guarantee a point, keep themselves on that left-hand side of the bracket, which, as we always mention, is where you want to be. And for Linda, off to the solid start that they are on, 4-0 so far. Goons as well, another team to really, kind of keep an eye on here. Unfortunately, they fell to 3-1-2.
Absolutely. So again, a lot to play for this season. 30-game regular season for the top 16 teams in the European scene, and arguably, of course, 16 of the top teams in the world. And again, you see what they are playing for here. Our winter season, again, H-Reds walked away with that 6K euro prize. The winner of the spring season will take on H-Reds in our grand final, unless, of course, H-Reds pull off what was certainly unthinkable before, but they already pulled that off. It was a repeat. Yeah. Could it be a three-peat that sees them claim the grand final without having to play? It could certainly happen, but as we've discussed and as we will continue to discuss throughout this season, you have other teams making these changes to try and prevent that from happening.
Yeah. And you got to think that they're absolutely gunning for H-Reds, and they've got the giant target on their back. They already had one from being the champion, but now to be the first two-time, back-to-back champion, definitely the target has been increased, and we saw it just from the way, the lineups were shaking up. Linda bringing in Flyer Kungen from Havu Gaming, as and Sawo bringing in Temu, who just came from Frölunda Gaming. It's going to be insanely crazy to see what happens.
So here we go. The action is underway. The Falun Coal Miners in their home red and black taking on Conquer Gaming in their road whites. Again, the first game of 2 between these two teams, and two clubs that could find themselves towards the bottom of the standings. A lot to play for. A lot of teams, a lot of people in the community doubting Conquer and their ability to stay up this season after surviving a few relegation battles over the past few seasons. And again, the Falun Coal Miners with as rough of a start as they've had. Maybe the optimism, taking a bit of a hit, but it is only 2 games in. They have plenty of time to turn it around. Here's Estor letting us know that H-Reds do pull off the double over ZSC. Zerk giving them a bit of a run for their money, though, which is very promising to see. H-Reds still undefeated now, early stages of this season. We have Ferjestad getting a win as well against Roots Gaming. Ekin getting the goal. Again, one of the new additions to FBK. We'll see what Conquer can do. A little bit of trouble at the line, and fortunately just missed time. Strong start for the Coal Miners, though. I mean, Sin, you look at this lineup, and you would expect the defense to be their strong suit.
Yeah, absolutely. Martindale has always kind of had a very solid defensive mindset, has played some center as well. Now, of course, on the wing for his squad. Furion has been in this league for what feels like at this point forever. So, yeah, a lot of experience.
There is Martindale, but there is a huge glove save by Monkeyhead early on. Sin, I want to mention this too. Just notice, we talked about it in the last game, handedness. No 1T option for the forwards of the Coal Miners.
Yeah, that's actually very, very interesting that you bring that up. Perhaps they're looking at... I don't think we've ever seen that in all of our time casting the ECL Elite. That's definitely on purpose, because if they both like the handedness, well, they could easily play on those opposite side wings, but it looks like they're preferring that puck protection along the boards, at least on the break-ins.
See how often you might see those other chances. What a shot, what a goal! And it didn't take long. Martindale has the first goal of the season for the Coal Miners, 1-0.
First goal, and it goes unassisted as well, so the drought will continue for literally everyone else but Martindale. Just a true captain right there, taking that first goal just all on his own. But what a shot that was, beating Monkeyhead on that blocker side. And so after a good, pretty good start, especially on the defensive end, keeping Conquer out, they get off to a 1-0 lead, and that was a jump from Ginu off the draw, so free win for Satapoika.
A great shot there by Martindale, catching Monkeyhead off guard with how fast that turnover happened. Again, incredible shot there, and a great way for the Falun Coal Miners to get things going here on their second match day. Shout out ZSC Esports for the raid as well. Again, picking up, I believe, at least a point today against H-Reds. It's a battle for the puck. Martindale nearly swept that one home. What a great start for him. That pass shot scores! And it's Furion, the captain, who joins in on the fun. Just he and Martindale. 2-0 now for the Coal Miners.
Beautiful pass from Martindale. Just picture perfect. And Furion, perfect positioning as well to slide into the top of that circle for that one-time option. Not a whole lot Monkeyhead could do. And the Coal Miners here, 2-0 just in this first period. And it's just like that. I mean, they're getting their goal-scoring legs going, and they want to continue that here.
Maybe an ill-advised pass out there from Monkeyhead, trying to get the offense going down the other way. Fortunately, leads to a goal against as the Coal Miners are right back in on the attack. Again, Martindale really jump-starting this offense. Involved in both goals. Again, the Coal Miners not a single goal in their first 2 games of the season. They're in possession here. Martindale's got a chance to win the race for this puck. He does pass across, backhand. He ran out of room. Martindale sweeps it home. He has 3 points in less than 14 minutes. 3-0 now in favor of the Coal Miners.
Before Conquer have even registered a shot on net, the Coal Miners are putting a stranglehold on this game here, and we're seeing an immediate timeout coming out from Conquer. They have to right this ship as soon as possible because it is getting ugly quickly. That's 3 points for Martindale, 2 goals and an assist, as you said there. And that time just cleaned up the trash. It was a beautiful play by him. Hustle into the zone, got behind the defense, retrieved the puck. A good pass over. Satapoika couldn't quite, put it home, ran out of real estate, but Martindale, as, the great veteran that he is, positioning perfect, and just sweeps it home.
The old Chris Kreider special, and what a way to kickstart this game. Now, for the Coal Miners, again, it is worth noting, those opening 2 games were against H-Reds.
Yeah.
And again, they are a new squad. I mean, sure, they had their warm-up time before getting into the season, but still, this team's showing a lot. What a great heads-up play there by Martindale. Now it's Fopa Toflin back for Martindale. Again, 3 points already in this game. Tomsky tried to step up to win that one back. And, again, we saw some promising moments from Conquer in their first games of the season right here on broadcast. But unfortunately for them, a very rough start here to game 3 on the season. Here's Martindale again. Hands off for Satapoika. Fopa Toflin right back to him. Tried to go back to the point, and Tonsky miscommunication. Coal Miners will be forced to reset. As This one goes all the way down. 3 minutes to play here in the first period. An incredible start to this game for the Miners as to the attacking zone. Katanarski loses that one just to the right of Bliss control. It's been very quiet. He makes his first save of the game there, though. And Martindale trying to chase that down. Just mistimed that chop attempt. Yalkin able to take it away. Katanarski takes the hit, but does gain the zone. Viray pass across is off the mark. Buffer shot is a backhand all the way through. We hit the final minute. Tonski nowhere to go. One more chance here for Conquer Gaming. A late goal could do them some wonders here, but it will not come to fruition. Picture perfect start for Falun here, and it was headed up by Martindale, involved in all 3 goals.
I mean, that's exactly what you look for your captain to do, is to jumpstart your team. They start off 0-2 against the defending champions in Atrids, not being able to score a single goal, and I believe it was a 3-0 and a 1-0 shutout. But they come out in this one, they play some good defense at first, stop Conquer, and then all of a sudden, it's all about their offense. And they got 3 goals without even a minute of time on attack registered. Now they have a minute 22, but at the time that 3rd goal was scored, obviously with the timeout coming from Conquer immediately, we got a chance to take a look at the stats, and that is an incredible stat that's just wasting no time right there. That's efficiency, that's everything, and just beautiful job. I mean, that one right there, pick in the corner right there, unassisted. Then it was Furion from the point, started by Martindale again. You know, Monkey had not a horrible play to play that out. He did have 2 bodies there, but unfortunately it did end up being turned over, and Martindale wasting no time getting it to Furion, who creeps in on that one-timer. And of course we saw that 3rd goal, the 3rd goal scored, which was just Martindale right place, right time on the rebound here, and Conquer in a big hole early on.
Second period underway here. Loose puck and a chance down the other way perhaps for Viray. Great job by the defense to get back. Yarax wanted to go backhand and ran out of space. Again, game 1 of 2 between these 2 teams. We wrap up the season, or the first week of our spring season. I am fumbling everything right now, and that is perfectly okay. As again, there were a lot of possession changes where I'm like, oh, gonna have to speak up. Oh, maybe not. It's the fast-paced action, and you alluded towards that in the last game. Prior iterations of EA NHL, we saw a lot of trapping. Not this season. We didn't see it in winter, and we're not seeing it now in spring. The fast-paced nature of the game is probably faster than it's ever been, for better or worse.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's just so much more back and forth. You know, trapping obviously still works, but with the, you know, the game being what it is, forechecking being so important, you know, so many goals coming from, a lot more goals, coming from deflections and such. And look at this counterattack.
Yes, Irax wanted again to go across, just wasn't able to do so. Bliss control, I think, again, has 1 registered save at this point. They got to put more pressure on, and that one was just wide from Yalkin on the glove side. Great look. The best of the game there for Conquer so far. Turn over here. Here's Viray. Back pressure. Takes the shot. Good save. Tonski was there to help out on the defensive side. Runs into trouble from Viray. Again, you talk about the experience. There might be more, and we actually have a power play coming up here. It's going to be an interference call. Didn't see it. Viray going to the box. Moment there from the captain of Conquer. I was going to point out Martindale, former captain of Northern Ascendancy. Tonski, former captain of Rusty Blades / the prior incarnation of Roots. A lot of leadership experience for the coal miners, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage on this power play. That was a very bizarre penalty.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, mostly from the replay, we didn't even get to see exactly what happened. At least I didn't catch anything. I'm always looking for those tiny bumps when it says interference like that. Didn't quite see it, but nonetheless, a good opportunity for the coal miners here to be able to, you know, extend that lead, but they will have to regain that zone.
Attacking zone now. It is Furion. Katanarski trying to get that one out. He's pressured. Here's Martindale again, the hot hand. Opatoflin trying to keep this one alive. Great pressure. Conquer unable to clear. They do now. What a poke check there. That was Katanarski getting a piece of that one. Good move, and unfortunately Martindale couldn't hold that one. And we are back to 5-on-5, so a successful kill for Conquer Gaming. Let's see if they can And get somewhat of a momentum boost off of that one. Quick outs, and y'all can really take that one away. We've seen that a lot today so far in today's broadcast as well, Sid. Those slap shots in the open space.
Yeah, just really trying to stretch the game out here, and it's, keeping that clock moving as well. It's hard to say whose benefit it works towards. For the coal miners there on that power play, they were really unable to just kind of settle that puck there, and it kept just kind of bouncing all around, and it's seemingly sort of translating now into the back and forth action here. But again, every minute that ticks away, Conquer's situation becomes more and more dire. We're already, past the midway point of this game here. Still a 3-0 lead for the coal miners, and they're content, with just the way things are going right now.
Popotoflin hands off for Tonsky. Self-sauce down the boards. Excellently done. Short side. Big save by Monkeyhead, who again plays it out. Just to keep that pace going and not risk his team getting hemmed into their own zone. Satapoika from Martindale back again. Holds it on the forehand. Runs out of room. 5.5 to play here in the second period. Good movement. And Katanarski maybe a bit of panic there, as I think he thought for sure that puck was going to be intercepted.
Yeah, that was absolute panic right there. I think he was looking to maybe go for the poke after that, so he sauced it completely out of the zone, and you can just see that's the mentality of Conquer right now. Coal miners have pushed him to the point of, near panic right there, and, obviously Katanarski, and a rookie in this elite division, I do believe, and yeah, it's just, some experienced players pushing this Conquer team to the brink so far, and less than 3 minutes left in the third, still a 3-0 lead. And pressure continuing to mount against Conquer.
There we go. Face-off in the attacking zone here, though, for Conquer. But again, another face-off win for Satapoika, who leads it up ice now. Poked away. Certainly for Conquer, you're going to kickstart this comeback. A late goal would help. We have seen a 3-0 comeback, I do believe, involving Conquer on broadcast already this season. Here's Virag, great save. Again, he hasn't had much work. Police control able to make that stop. And unfortunately, Martindale just loses a bit too much forward momentum.
Yeah, that is rough right there to lead to that offside, because, they want to keep that flow going. But, again, at the same time here, every kind of second that ticks away only works to benefit them. And almost into that third period, they're really just down the home stretch here, trying to pick up that first win of the season, but they're hungry.
Martindale across, scores! And just like that, it's another breakthrough for the coal miners. Popotoflin joins in on the fun. 4-0 for the coal miners.
Well, there was a late period goal. However, it did not go in favor of Conquer. Popotoflin, another point, I believe, for Martindale. Primary assist once again. Just passes it across, and that's easily swept in by Popotoflin. And at this point, Conquer, it's hard to really see them able to get back in this one. I'm not going to use the word unraveling a bit, but it definitely has that feel to it. Just gotten a hole early and now trying to work their way back in. Another late goal and heading into this third period in dire straits.
It feels like a bit of a back-breaking goal to go down 4-0 just before the end of the period. But what a turnaround this is. Again, you talk about the mentality side of things for the Miners. Again, you lose both games to H-Reds. It might be a little bit tough to stay in good spirits, but you get an opportunity here to show what you're really made of, and so far, so good.
Absolutely. And it's ruthless efficiency right now. I mean, 4 goals off of 8 shots, and they've only allowed 2 of their own across 2 periods. That's just tremendous. And they're winning the majority of the face-offs. They're really legitimately in control of almost every single, stat that you can really think of, and it's showing. 4-0 lead. They've really been able to dictate the pace. Conquer just having trouble even getting in the zone, much less sustaining anything or getting some quality chances here. It's been an easy road so far for bonus control, but coal miners definitely going to want to keep that going, and they're wanting to prove that this kind of new iteration of the team is potentially even playoff caliber. And this is a firm bit of evidence right here with a 4-0 lead going into the third. We'll see how they do in this second game, and, well, of course, how they do wrapping up this game as well, because that will tell a lot.
They did shout me out on Twitter for saying that I was apparently one of the rare people to give them credit as in saying that this won't be an awful season for them. I was a bit surprised at that. Like I said, I look at the experience that this lineup has. They can find that chemistry. It's going to be a dangerous, dangerous team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, 4-0 here against the team in Conquer that, again, not so highly viewed, and at least they have good flexibility. But not so highly viewed, and if you are going to be one of those teams that pushes for the playoffs, this is the type of game that you have to win and perform very well in, and here they are up 4-0 as that one's blocked away. Good look there from Yalkin. Vere across. Great job by Furion to get in front of that one. Here we're, of course, to see Furion on yet another team for one of the better defenders in the league. What move there by Vere to generate speed. Let's see more of that one. This season, what a play, what a goal. And the captain gets Conquer on the board. Sid, that was disgusting from defense to offense.
Tremendous individual effort from Vire here. So the captains each have an unassisted goal right there. That was just determination, sheer willpower and determination. He makes the defensive play and just bull rushes his way up the board, cuts to the middle, and risks that one home on the short side here, spoiling the shutout that was in place for Polis Control. And you never know here. I mean, he hasn't faced a whole lot. If Conquer can keep, pouring the shots on, may take him off guard. All of a sudden, you get another goal, and then you're within 2. And if you're able to get another one on the momentum, all of a sudden, brand new game. But you got to try to capitalize on it right now.
Here's Ginu back up to Vere. Quick movement. Katanarski likes to shoot. That one is blocked, though. See what Tolflin can do. Forced to cut back. Hand off to Furion. Just mistimed at the line, though, and nice hit for his troubles. Yeah. Here we go, another face-off. Now 4-1. This game, again, a second game between these two teams coming up before the end of this broadcast. That shot save, and Monkey had a good job handling the rebound. Knowing him, looking for a way to pass that puck out.
Definitely maybe wanting to keep that offense going here. And that they have a little bit of momentum. It's not maybe too bad of a look to do it, but also might be a tiny bit gun shy after what happened last time.
There's Vere again, a little bit of space. I think he was about to pull the trigger on a short side shot. Good job by the defense to get back. Yalkin shot, kick save. Down the other way, go the Miners. Tolflin from Martindale. Shot, big save there by Monkey Head. Off of the attempt from Tonski. Been known in the past for letting those 1-Ts go, and a bit of a weird moment there for Furion. Tonski right back out. Really digging the movement here. From Falun, shot, rebound, puck still loose, and Furion just denied. Big stops by Monkey to keep his team in it with 9 minutes to play. Martindale digs that one into trouble. Tatapoika gives it right back to him. Now it's Furion again, down low. Martindale, Tolflin tried to go back down to him. Good job by Katanarski. 7.5 to go. Probably a bit too far out of reach, but never say never in the Elite Division. Here comes to Conquer's chances. Here's Tatapoika. Back shot, save. Second chance perhaps. Tolflin running into trouble. One-timer and a goal again. It's Furion. What a shot. Make it 5-1. The captain's second of the game.
I think it took Furion last season till about the last week of season play to get his first goal of the season. He's got 2 in the first game here on a much better pace, of course, but this is just an incredible job by the Coal Miners here in this first game. Now 5-1. They've reestablished that 4-goal lead. It is indeed over now for Conquer. Obviously barring a crazy miracle here, but they had a chance when they got that first one, and the Coal Miners just immediately turned the switch back on, tilted the ice back in their favor, rewarded with yet another goal because of it. And even right now, Conquer delayed offside here. They're just going to take that whistle, not allow the clock to just continue in that scenario here. But it's just one if you're Conquer, you just got to forget about and try to move on from, as tough as it may be, as hard as that may be for this one. It's all you can really do at the end of the day.
It was a 3-0 and a 1-0 loss to H-Reds for the Miners to kick off their season. Again, they kept it close for the most part. But again, now we're really kind of seeing what that offense is able to do. Again, for a team that's just been put together when they're not going up against the back-to-back defending champions. It's been a really strong performance for them here in this first game. Conquer will certainly have some questions to answer heading into the home leg of this for them. Good passing there. Puck loose in the crease, kicked out. Decent look there. Vire not able to hold on to this one. Gets it back. Trip is drawn, and Conquer will go to the power play here with just under 2 minutes to play.
And barring scoring a goal, they'll be on the power play for the remainder of this game here. They will have a last minute of real time. So at the very least, this is, some good power play practice for Conquer. I mean, if I would kind of be the mentality I would enter this with, just try to work on your power play a little bit, work on that movement, try to get a goal, get something to build on going into the next game.
Vire has it back and nearly found a way home. And a 5-1 score line here in the final minute and a half. And we have seen teams under the Falun Coal Miners name before. It has been since ECL 7. That shot blocked. Toflin has it. And looking like they might want a short-handed bid here. Keep that pressure on. Pass in front again, broken up. Here's Martindale. Has Sadapoico with him, and an interesting way to knock that one down into the Conquer zone. Trouble there. Vire has it, looking, and again draws another trip. It'll be 5-on-3 for the rest of regulation, barring a goal.
So, more opportunity to practice power play a little bit. Now you get a 5-on-3 practice here. Kind of running out of some points to mention here. But yeah, I love that Coal Miners are still going for shorties. This is what we always talk about. The mark of a good team is a team that never lets their foot off the cow. Oh my gosh.
What a shot. I mean, one-timers aplenty from the defenders here in this one. It's Yalkin on his first of the season. And absolutely nothing that Police Control could do there.
That an absolute rocket right off of the face-off. I think it even went bar and in too. So forget any point I was about to make. Let's just fixate on that shot right there from the defenseman of Conquer. Again, a little bit of something to build upon. And if you're Police Control, you got to be kicking yourself just a little bit. Not that you were at fault, but it's the stats. They're not going to look quite as good now.
5-2, the 5-on-3 goal. Still have power play time for the rest of regulation again, unless they were to get another one. Toflin having trouble. Katanarski wins it back. He's looking, shot, save, rebound, and taken away and cleared just barely by Toflin. Chance here for Martindale out of nowhere. Nearly gets the hat-trick goal. Great save by Monkeyhead. One final chance for Conquer. Vire has it knocked loose, and that will do it. First win of the season for the Falun Coal Miners. A 5-2 victory over Conquer Gaming.
It's a really nice statement from them. It's hard. You come into this. We were talking about all the stats. You're 0-2 so far. You haven't scored a goal, and yeah, well, they did take on H-Reds, but as sometimes you got to find a way to score. They come in here and they make just an absolute statement against a Conquer Gaming team, which has, again, another team struggling out of the gate so far. And the Coal Miners, just what a first period that was. 3 goals, two goals and an assist from Martindale there, and he just got that team started. I think he even assisted on that 4th goal as well, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he was just everywhere right there, and that's something that can really start to turn your season around. When you think about Northern Ascendancy, you think about Martindale there, they kind of struggle to score. You think about, Furion and Granite Gaming there. There's, some talk about them splitting after just a single season of some possible chemistry issues. Toflin, who was in Feriestad. This is kind of, what you can consider an island of misfit toys all coming together here to reform an old name that has, been in the ECL for quite some time over the years, and that's as good of a statement as I could get. Now they need to kind of, compound that and build upon that. They need to try to pick up this second game against Conquer Gaming as well. And yes, indeed, Martindale, 2 goals, 2 assists. Furion with a pair of goals on the point as well. That's just a great start here in this series. And if Falun can, get the second one here, they're right back to 500 on the year. And, well, theoretically, really, at least the the hardest part of their season's over. They already played H-Reds.
Yeah. I saw it pointed out by Kermit of ZSC on Twitter just a few moments ago. It was 2 points for Zurich over losing both games to H-Reds in overtime today. You'll take 2 points against H-Reds any day of the week. Doesn't matter if you lose both games. You get what you can get. Again, that is definitely viewed as one of those games for some of these teams on the schedule where it's like, okay, let's see if we can get a point, maybe two. So certainly, again, what a performance there for the Miners after, again, having to get that extremely tough game out of the way. But this is what, we kind of saw with this team on paper. I mean, you said it, like it's this collection of guys who have this elite division experience. I don't think you can overlook them, certainly. I mean, whether or not it will end up working out the way they want, who knows? But the talent level is certainly undeniable, and we saw it on a couple of these goals.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and it's interesting that they're going with it's still the wingers on their with their natural. I mean, maybe not natural for the ECL, but natural handedness when it comes to the game of hockey. Right-hander on the right wing side, left-hander on the left wing side. Something that we've said I don't think we've ever seen on display in the ECL Elite, and they're doing it themselves, and it's working for them. And that's always what we talk about. There's meta builds, there's meta ways to play the games. But if you have something that works, or if you have something that you're comfortable with, why not use it? That's what Falun did here. We saw them, the wingers switching. Sometimes that's as easy as it needs to be on the power play. Switch sides. There you have the one-time options, and 5-2 victory. Hard to really argue with that.
I mean, that's one of the things I think that we've both argued, in our past of just streaming the occasional club game or whatnot, obviously at a lower level, but you get people asking, oh, what build are you using? And it's like, I'm using what works for me. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I think that's the best way to go about it for teams, regardless of what level you're at. The individual players, pick a build that suits your play style, and then pick a team style that suits your styles, and you're much more likely to have success than trying to replicate what a team like H-Reds can do, because odds are you're not H-Reds. Nobody is. They are the best team in the world right now for a reason. So unorthodox as it may be, it worked out tremendously for the Miners in game one. Again, we'll be back after a brief word from our sponsors for our second game and, of course, our fourth and final game of this broadcast. We hope you stick with us. We'll be right back.
Wilhelm Street Hockey Tour tuo kesän kuumimmat pelit kaduille. Kokoa joukkueesi ja tule nauttimaan peleistä. Kiertueella sarjansa turnauksen parhaat joukkueet kohtaavat kesäkuussa live-finaalitapahtumassa Helsingissä. Maineen ja kunnian lisäksi jaossa on 10 000 euron palkintopotti. Osallistuminen on helppoa. 2-4 kaverin tiimi kasaan, lapa jäähän ja verkot heilumaan. Lisätiedot ja ilmoittautuminen osoitteessa sportsgamer.gg. Sports Gamer, we live esports.
All right, and we are back, everybody. Again, a big thank you for sticking with us. A big thank you to our sponsors, of course, this season, Wilhelm, Koval Lakritsi, and ST Hockey. Again, as we always do, as we get ready for our next game, a reminder of what is to come. Of course, tomorrow, right here on Sports Gamer, some non-NHL action. FIFA will take the center stage. Of course, more info for you on that on the social media side of things. So again, Sports Gamer GG, basically everywhere. And of course, sportsgamer.gg as well. And again, this Sunday, we are back at Sunday prime time, of course. HV71 taking on YMCA Esports, and H-Reds taking on Goons. And again, a special start time, 17:45 CEST, again, 2 hours earlier than when we normally broadcast, of course, on every Monday and Wednesday. So again, keep that in mind. And sitting there, you see the teams are lobbied up and ready to go. Certainly the key moving forward here, a much better start is needed for Conquer Gaming, because they found themselves in a hole that they just couldn't dig themselves out of really through the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, and if you're Falun, that's exactly what you're looking for again. Like, you're looking to get off to that sort of start. You may not have, get those 3 early goals, but you want to do the same sort of pace and the same sort of great defense of stifling Conquer from even getting your zone that we saw coming out from the coal miners. That was, it's all about momentum here. Now, yes, you have to capitalize on your chances, and they did just that, but you have to start somewhere. You have to defend your zone very, very well, and you have to play a certain way here, and that's what the coal miners really found. And they were able to get those goals. And after that, it was just a constant uphill battle for Conquer. I mean, you forced them to take their time out in that first period. We don't see that too often, sometimes even in blowout games. So there's something clearly that Conquer felt like they needed to address there. And they did that. They were able to get a couple late goals, but too little too late, as the coal miners never took their foot off the gas. And yeah, I'm going to bring it up. That's something that we always say. You know, it separates the good teams from the great. You think about Frölunda, H-Reds, the Havu of the past. Like, they never stopped playing. And coal miners did exactly that. They were going for shorties in the last minute of a game where they were up 3-4 goals. I mean, that's definitely, you know, a good sign for the season of the coal miners.
So again, sportsgamer.gg for all the information you need. It is our second game here between the Falun coal miners and their road whites taking on Conquer Gaming. Again, a big 5-2 victory in that first game for the coal miners. Their first win of the season. They finally got that offense going. We'll see what they are able to do here in this one. Katanarski has it for Conquer. Dishes down low for Vire. Again, back up. Katanarski pitching in. What a pass. What a save, though. Great chance from Yerax. Loved that pass from Katanarski. Scramble for the puck. Martindale does get it to Fopa Toflin. Takes his time. Not able to make the play. Martindale does win it back, though. Sadapoika. For Fopa Toflin. Sadapoika maybe took that one away accidentally from Tonsky, who has to make a clutch play down the other way to prevent a 2-on-1. I think an offside call there might benefit the coal miners. A bit of a shaky start here in the first couple minutes.
Yeah, definitely, and they're going to want to try to right that ship as there's massive pushback coming out from Conquer here. They definitely taking it upon themselves to not get off to the kind of start that they did in that first one, and perhaps try to give the coal miners a taste of their own medicine. What a pass and spin that was from Toflin.
I was going to say Furion not able to get that shot through. Tonsky keeps this one in. Toflin back for Furion. Again, 2 goals and an injury so far. We'll see how that affects the captain there. It doesn't seem to be anything that's affecting the speed. What a poke check there by Fopa Toflin. Here's Martindale down the other way. Martindale's been an interesting player to watch here. I mean, Sin, you mentioned it. For the most part, we saw him a lot at center as he was the captain of Northern Ascendancy up until this season. But definitely different responsibilities on the wing, different openings offensively, and it seems to suit him well. So we do have a delayed call, and that one nearly found its way to Furion. The Miners going to the power play here. It's a charging call, and that is against Yerax. Jesus.
Yeah, kind of hard to argue with that one. He's fortunate. I guess the team was fortunate that the charge wasn't called on Furion a bit earlier, or it wasn't a charge, I should say, because that would have been a 5-minute, but coal miners nonetheless.
Why did no one tell us how to Hadouken people in the face? Is that just a Euro exclusive feature? Sorry to cut you off for that, but good Lord. The power play is out for the coal miners here. Yalkin sends this one around. A little bit of trouble here for Conquer, trying to get this one out. The big hit's out in full effect, and a penalty is going to be called there as well. This one for interference. It actually might have been in front, and it was by Martindale.
Oh, okay.
Maybe expecting the shot.
The timing of that was hilarious, because it looked like another hit that was quite up high, too. I was like, well, there's the response and the makeup call, I guess. But, yeah, we're going to get to see some 4-on-4 action, which we don't necessarily see a whole lot of here. So, good stuff.
See what happens here. A scramble for the puck. And it is now Sadapoika leading the way. 4-on-4 for another 30 seconds. Furion back to him. Short side, and a good save there by Monkeyhead. No room to play it out. Certainly looks as though, the coal miners kind of reading those potential pass-out options from Monkeyhead.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to have to be a lot more careful than he was, which I think he'll do on his own after the result of that first Furion goal from him playing that puck out.
There's Vera into the attacking zone. A minute worth of power play time for Conquer. Yerax out of the box. Yalkin's shot is blocked. Vera has it. Can't do anything with it. Another gigantic hit. Went from one side of the face-off circle to the other. Katanarski now. Hands off for Yerax. Final 5 seconds of the power play. They go back to the point. Yalkin looking. Pass in front. Banks back to the point. The shot goes wide. We've seen some bizarre things here in this first period so far, as Miners are going to have to reset here. Dumped into the far side. Fopatoflin gets it in stride and nearly found Satapoika in the middle. Now it's Yalkin for Conquer. At the very least, haven't given up 3 goals yet, so it's certainly an improvement on what we saw from them in that first game. Fopatoflin now. Back for Furion. Again, 2 goals in the first game here. Tonski shot blocked. Fopatoflin tried to go back in front. Was half expecting a shot back to the far side.
Yeah, definitely. The angle might have been a bit tougher on there, so we opt to pass it as Martindale was kind of cutting across. It could have been, pretty decent opportunity on the goaltender, but they just couldn't get the shot away.
Scramble for it. Kick save. Police control. Tracking that one. Another opportunity for Virek. He's had a very strong start to this season. Great movement here. Again, the Miners in the attacking zone. Tonski tried that little cut for space. Satapoika walked right in, lost it at the last moment.
It looks like he almost got a dump animation out of the zone as he was attempting to take the shot. They tried a slap pass right there. A little bit of everything coming out from this Coal Miners team, including a booming hit from Fopatoflin.
I do not understand how that wasn't charging.
Yeah, well, he didn't hit him in the face, that's why.
You didn't punch a man in the face. We can only penalize you so much. Yalkin denied by the glove. We have Martindale turning into Afe. We have assaults on the ice punishable by law. What a first period this has been.
Absolutely. And Furion has 2 goals on this season already, doubling his goal output from last season. So I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
I did like that call out. Yeah, it went down to like the last or the second to last game of the season.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly how it was, but yeah, the relief was palpable.
Now the shot block goes all the way back, and a shot on right at the buzzer. That would have been interesting. That very well could have gone in, but instead, still a goalless affair through the opening. Look at those elite edges. Through the opening 20 minutes.
I think I figured it out. It's just because they all play with an edge when they're getting all those hits. So it's the elite edge that they play with.
Got punches to the face. When will be the first? Are we allowed to mention potential stabbings on this broadcast?
I don't know.
Those are the true elite edges, everybody.
Yeah, go Happy Gilmore, removing the skate and all that. But interesting stat, only 1 registered shot for the Coal Miners there with nearly 3 minutes of time on attack there. So definitely something that they're going to take a look at. I mean, they have attempted a heck of a lot more. I do still wish that we would have a shots attempted thing. Please, AA, hear my please. But yeah, I mean, it's a good job from Conquer nonetheless, keeping them to the outside, not allowing them to get those quality opportunities. Kind of a night and day difference between game 1 and game 2, which is, I mean, obviously something that they desperately needed here. They're still looking for their first win on the season.
Oh boy, here we go. The action underway. I'm taking it all in. Taking it all in from what we've seen in that very entertaining first period. One of the more entertaining first periods I think that we've seen without a goal on the board, as Monkeyhead will be trying to play it out and nearly own goaling it. Let's see if he keeps attempting to play the puck out. Dangerous moments there. But again, second period underway. ECL Elite Division action brought to you by our friends at Wilhelm Alacrity and ST Hockey. And the final matchup here on broadcast for the opening week of our spring season. As again, by the middle of June, we will know who the champion of the season is. And again, it might be a 3rd straight title for H-Reds. In which case, they would be crowned grand champions. Of course, our new format, 2 seasons. The winner of each go head-to-head to crown a champion for that year's title. H-Reds trying to put a damper on that idea before it even really gets going. Of course, both of these teams Trying to overcome some doubters, some naysayers. Some talented squads here. That is the issue. You know, a team like Conquer Gaming, they can be projected to finish in one of those relegation spots. At the same time, still one of the best teams in the world because they do find themselves here in this division. And we see it. And again, every Tuesday you can see it right here in our Pro Division coverage. Some incredible talents in our lower tiers. That's why you see guys jump up from Pro, from Light. It's like, where did this guy come from? Well, they were here the whole time. It's just not everybody can get a crack at the Elite Division all the time. So few spots with so much at stake. Furion, what a pass, what a glove save there by Monkeyhead. It's Fopa Toflin. Down low for Martindale, he'll go to Tonski. Around the back again, Martindale, the spin pass to Fopa Toflin. Sadapoika. Furion looking, great cycling here. Martindale loves those spin passes as Fopa Toflin tried to sneak that one in. A couple of spin moves there as Savire tried to move. Stifled.
And you're kind of seeing some of the advantages coming out on the cycle of using the handednesses that they are using on the wings right there. It's a bit more puck protection. You have a tiny bit more time and some more room to pull off plays like that. And with the way L skating goes, and here comes the slap pass.
It's going to stay behind and go for icing.
Not a bad attempt right there. Yeah, we're seeing that quite a bit. I think that's about the third, maybe fourth time that Martindale's taken off right there, and they've tried to slap pass play to him, so definitely a part of their arsenal here. This just seems like a coal miners team, which kind of knows what they want to do, but they're clearly, in my view, having fun with it as well.
Again, hoping to bring that one off the glass. Hoping to bring the best traits of numerous different teams into one mix. What a pass, and it doesn't go. Again, Fopa Toflin might have had a chance to put that one on net. This is Sadapoika wanted the 1T. Great read by Yerax. Does he have the speed to outrace Tonski? Backhand knocked off. Great job there by Sadapoika to recover.
Tremendous recovery and a good job by Tonski playing the gap, staying in front of him, not allowing him to L2 around him and delaying until the backchecker could get there.
Martindale has it here. Wanted to hit the centerman. It was at the point. We have just 3.5 minutes to go. Again, 7 goals combined in that first 2 games. Still looking for the opener here in this one as almost handcuffing the netminder there. Police Control able to find that one and leads to a face-off.
And the pace still feels great, still very exciting, and it's just complete opposite scoreline. 0-0, going into this, whereas the last game, ended with a total of 7 goals being scored. But, I'm sure both of the goaltenders like this feeling a little bit more, but the offense gets a little dicey here as you're still looking for that first goal as the time keeps ticking on. We're almost to the third period.
Tonski has it here. See what they can do. And that was, again, final minute. A rocket pass across the width of the ice. Now Viri again. Nowhere to go. Final 10 seconds. One more chance, perhaps, for the Miners here to break through. That pass off the mark. Great defense from Conquer. One more chance. Fopa Toflin's shot is blocked, and that will bring us to the end of this second period. Sin alluded towards, again, still looking for the opening goal of this contest, but plenty of physical contact between these two teams.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen quite a few hits going off, and again, this is just a coal. I see. It's just a coal miners team where I see individuals who just seemingly, I don't know how to put my finger on it, but in Martindale kind of in particular, he just seemingly playing with a freedom that he hasn't been able to sort of play in a while. Furion, same kind of way. We saw Furion doing a lot of the same things when he was playing for Granite in the last season, where he'd get the puck on the wall, skate it down to about the half boards, and make some kind of a pass. And now you kind of see him doing all kinds of other things, positioning for one-timers. Still working on that. We're seeing, kind of a nice cycle game coming out from the coal miners, using a completely different strategy with, the left-hander or left wing side, right-hander right wing side. It's something that's working, and who knows, what it's going to bring them to, but it's nice to see another look, and it's nice to see all these guys being able to come together and clearly have some chemistry going and be able to get some decent results so far.
Third period underway. Are we perhaps destined for overtime? We started off today with overtime, and Double overtime, in fact. That's why we call it When Will It End Wednesday. All the different marathon days that we have here. Sid and I have covered plenty of overtime affairs over the last 3 years or so that we've been here. There's a chance for Toflin. Unfortunately, overskated it. It'll lead to a face-off back down the other way.
Yeah, that was a really nice look. I was initially thinking perhaps a saucer pass would have maybe been better in that scenario, but with how close the defenseman was, opted for the slap pass. Toflin unfortunately just read the angle. It was a great angle there, but he had to keep the speed up to evade the defenseman as well. So picking that one up on the hop would have put him probably a bit too wide to get a good chance off of it anyway.
Yeah, well, wraparound scores! It's the defenseman, Yolkin, making the play happen. And Conquer Gaming strike first. What a play.
You absolutely love to see it. A wraparound goal from a defenseman all the way behind the net. Yolkin found himself, found the puck as well, and found the back of the net there. It's exactly what Conquer needed to open up the scoring here. Didn't matter when it was, and in this case, it's the third period here, but now that pushed pressure on the coal miners. They've had some good offensive looks. They've had good zone time. They haven't been able to get a ton of shots or a ton of chances out of it, and Monkeyhead has been making the saves that he needs to so far, so we'll see if Conquer can build on this, but coal miners right in there on the attack, putting the pressure on.
See what they can do here. That shot from Tonsky. Find a way through. Irax on the off wing. Banks that one off the back of the net. This Vire. Yolkin again pinching in. Why not? Go with the hot hand. The pressure now on the coal miners, and perhaps did they use up all of their offensive output in that first game? Boyka's pass to Martindale doesn't go. Toflin's there though. And tried to go down low. Conquer maybe figuring some things out. They've given up some scoring chances. Monkeyhead has been there when called upon. And here goes Yolkin again. Head of steam from the defender. Pass across, blocked by the traffic in front. Take that quick look though to shoot that fast. Tonsky back down low, and Conquer's really starting to read those low passes. I'm a little bit surprised we haven't seen the Miners go back to some of those 1-2s.
Yeah, they're trying to get that low cycle established and, you know, work the puck around, maybe look for those in-tight chances. But you said it, the collapse really coming out from Conquer now. They're going to have to try another look as they're really kind of giving up those points, at least early on in the zone. And we'll see if the coal miners can read this. They go in deep once again, see if they can retrieve it.
Good hit there. Martindale just walking over the body. Furion shot deflected just wide. Great look for Martindale. Has it again. A bit too much sauce on that one for Tonsky to be able to handle. They'll have to reset. 7.5 to play here in regulation. See what they can do. Toflin now. Shot save by Monkeyhead. Great work there. Looked like that one might have trickled 5-hole a little bit. It was pretty close.
I just thought that I was going to say that. It looks like it was trickling 5-hole. I'm kind of almost was half expecting that to sort of trickle in past Monkeyhead, but is able to get the pads down and cover it.
What they can do here off the tie-up. It is Toflin now. Holds on to it. Gets that switch off with Furion. Martindale back for Toflin. The spin wanted the 1-T for Furion. Captain gets it down low. Sadapoika, loose puck. Sadapoika still has it. Around the back. Toflin off the back of the net there. Still behind the goal. Martindale having trouble. Furion keeps it in. Still has it. Shot save. Loose puck. Tonsky holding it in. 3.5 to go, but great pressure here by the Miners. They need a goal. Sadapoika tried the cut in front and ran out of real estate.
Excellent work in the zone from the coal miners there. Just chance after chance. Really looking good. Doing an incredible job of holding the zone. Martindale and Furion particularly on that left-hand side.
Off the draw. Shot blocked down. Good work there by Yolkin, who has the only goal of this game. Scramble for the puck. Irax is there. Kadanarski, 2.5 to go. This one's going to be on goal. Police control, sends it up ice. Excellently done. Sadapoika. Back for Toflin, tried to throw one on. Goes off the back of the net again. Fury, good patience. Here's Yerax. Has a man with him. Great job by Furion to take it away as we hit the final minute of play here in the third period. The Miners need a goal. Scramble for it. Martindale has it momentarily. Fopa Toflin looking at his options. Errant pass. That shot blocker saved by Monkey Head. Kept in here, Stadapoika. Martindale in front. They score! Fopa Toflin finds the back of the net with 33 seconds to go. Never say die for the Falun Coal Miners. We're tied at 1.
You could almost feel it coming, but you were at the same time thinking, the Concord could survive this. Monkey Head has been playing tremendously, but that pass from Martindale, I'm just going to come out and say it. We are seeing a massive, massive resurgence in the ECL career of Martindale here so far this season. He has just been phenomenal in this matchup, picking up yet another point on yet another primary assist. And they're going for more.
Gonna win that foot race. He does. Down low, 17 seconds to go. Maybe a chance, though, for Concord to still walk away with all 2 points. Final 10 seconds, maybe one more attempt here for the Miners. They go for it. Fopa Toflin has it. Back skates to protect. Pass in front. It bounces over the goal. Shot on and a save by Monkey Head at the buzzer. We're going to overtime here. Show that save at the end. Talk about a game saver.
Absolutely. I mean, that was just an insane push from the Coal Miners at the end there. Again, firm evidence that this team, they don't play for anything but more goals. They don't play for anything but the W. They weren't waiting for overtime. They were trying to catch someone else waiting for overtime. That is always the mark of a team who could do well in the playoffs or make it to the playoffs. That's the mark of a good team that we always kind of mention. And right now, this Coal Miners team has it. This collection of players from all the different places are really come together here on this roster and are beginning really to come alive here. And we're seeing that kind of the birth of that here against Concord. They forced overtime. They are now guaranteed 3 out of 4 points in this matchup here. Tremendous way to again, recover from their getting swept by H-Reds here.
Here we go. Sudden death overtime is the way that we play things out here in the regular season. Goal will win this. And walk away with that extra point in the standing. Shot, what a save! Police control. What a reaction stop after the initial attempt was blocked. Remember that one. It's D to D. Tonski's shot doesn't get through. Sadapoika's shot as well is blocked down. What a phenomenal save that was. This play continues on. Fopa Toflin having trouble with Vire. Bumps him off the puck. Loose puck now out to the left. Martindale's there to help. Fopa Toflin has it now. And Vire all over the place here. Tonski, though, gets it back. Shot saved by Monkey Head. Martindale was hanging around in front of goal.
I like that decision from Fopa Toflin. The puck was just kind of bouncing on the boards higher in the zone. He just makes the decision to rifle it on net. Good decision in that one, but let's flash back. That save by Police Control had my jaw dropped for a solid 15 seconds as Furion looking to put that one home off of the draw right there. We had a prediction he might be the game winner in chat. Almost got it right there.
Just Sadapoika winning that back. Martindale again for Fopa Toflin trying to protect. Vera able to win it. Finds Yerax. Let's see what he can do. Rifles one into the slot there. Fought on. Ginu has it. He's been a little bit quiet. Pass across, a scramble. And again, Coal Miners playing with fire. They're offside down the other way. Close, but not quite for Conquer here, despite some tremendous chances.
Yeah, I believe that was Furion with the extra step. He was joining the rush right there. The pass went over to the left-hand side instead of towards him, filling in for Fopa Toflin on the right wing, but Coal Miners trying to get it back in. They're doing a good job. A lot of close support, a little looking for those intercepts and just keeping the pressure on.
Fopa Toflin has it here. About 8 minutes gone now in this overtime. Tonski. See what he can do. Not able to hold on to it. Loose puck again. Vire is there. The puck is dumped in off the back glass. Loose puck recovered by Aginu. That shot chest wide. Irax again. A little bit of trouble. Martindale now takes it away. Space for Satapoika. Popotolfa nowhere to go. Contact, no penalty. Now with 9 minutes to go. This one rocketed down. Tonski's able to take this one. Goes for the quick out. Popotolfa couldn't quite handle it. Kadanarski was there. Drop pass. Martindale's going to be able to contest this one. What a chop. Furion just couldn't hold it. Wins it back. Shot deflection off the post. And it's covered by Monkeyhead. Incredible chances for both teams here in this overtime.
How did that puck stay out? That was a tremendous deflection after a brilliant chop from Martindale to keep that one alive. And we are still tied here in overtime.
It is Satapoika for Tonski. Satapoika again holding onto it. Poked away. Tonski shot. Good save. Once more by Monkeyhead. Incredible chances for both teams. Martindale, again, just a few moments ago, nearly ending this game off of a deflection. Big hit there by Martindale in the corner. Concord trying to get things going down the other way. Delayed offside call. They'll have to touch up. Martindale again has it poked away. The pace settles down a little bit, but normally that's a sign that the winning goal is about to be found. Satapoika rips one wide. Martindale again for Satapoika. Bouncing puck. It's Kadanarski settling it down. Dalkin. Pass not going anywhere. At least he would have preferred. We've hit a real-time 2 minutes here at the end of this overtime. In the final game of the broadcast here today, we thank you all for joining us, of course. We wrap up week 1 of our spring season here with the ECL Elite Division. Again, the top 16 teams in Europe all battling it out for, dare I say, a rather large prize pool. Martindale, unfortunately, shooting that one after the whistle. Don't think we'll see the fight, of course. It's been a rare occasion that we've seen a couple of fights here in the Elite Division. Question is, Sin, off of the opportunities that haven't gone, what will it take?
Yeah, it's just been crazy. We've seen some big saves, that none bigger than that one from Polis Control at the start of overtime. Then we saw that insane deflection that then hit off the post here, but Coal Miners really trying to get their chances.
On the back of the net, Popotolfa. This all started off of a beautiful dump and chase. Popotolfa still had it. Just lost it at the end. Stretch pass now for Irax. Trying to make his way around Furion. He goes down low. Loose puck in front still and sent out to the half wall. 1 minute to go. As Vire continuing. Trying to force the issue here on that forecheck. Good patience there. Now played up. Popotolfa again. Very creative ways they've gotten the puck forward. Martindale, short side. Shot saved. Donski. Satapoika can't hold it. Covered here. Shot. Another save there by Monkeyhead. Satapoika for Martindale. Tried to go back to him. Good look. Martindale again winning pucks down low. One-timer blocked. Popotolfa. Pass across. Nearly shoveled in by Martindale. 20 seconds to go. Might it be a second overtime, Seth?
Yeah, it may very well be. The pressure that the Coal Miners are able to put on Conquer here, especially down the stretch, is just, I mean, throughout the game, they just keep mounting that time and attack. It's just at some point, they got to find a way to turn it into a goal as well.
Conquer in possession here. One more chance. They have space. Pass, big save. Might have clipped the post. Popotolfa has it, but likely won't have time, and indeed he won't. And for the second time today, Sin, we'll bookend it. I mean, we start off with a double overtime game, and we go to double overtime here in our fourth and final game of the broadcast.
And one of the rare occasions, a big save highlight is actually the big save of the period for Polis Control. It was just that puck that bounced over was a huge kind of one-timer off of the loose puck that he somehow slid over for And that was what kept it alive early on. We got another quick look at it right there in the mini screen. But look at the coal miners, man. 11 and a half plus minutes of time and attack, 15 registered shots. They're just really all over Conquer here. And the difference maker has been monkey heads / posts. But that's been the kind of the story for both of these teams. Polish Control making some big saves, and the posts have been hit as well when it comes to Conquer. It's just coal miners, again, they're getting to that point of, all right, we got the shots, we got the time and attack. When can we capitalize here? Because at the end of the day, that's what really matters. They got to get that game-winning goal. Otherwise, all that time and attack, all those shots, all those chances, they don't mean a thing.
Second overtime underway. Awaiting the winger here. Waiting the winner here is the winger Yurax, and Vera again for Conquer getting into the attacking zone, not able to knock that puck loose. Tonski carries it in. Fopa Toflin runs out of runway. Again, it is Yalkin, the goal scorer for Conquer. This one bounces off the back of the goal. Good movement here through the neutral zone, but immediately stifled. Yalkin again over for Virak. And both teams just kind of trading the same chances now, Sin. You know, you get into the zone, but then have nowhere to go. Virak again forced to delay. Puck is dumped in. Conquer not electing to put much pressure on, at least in the attacking zone. Sadapoika can't hold this one. Furion pinches in. Gets Sadapoika as well, but just not able to knock it loose off of any Conquer players.
It's the little things right now that you really start to notice when that pace slows down. Furion and his pokes to keep those pucks alive have been massive as a shot from distance there. Saved by Polish Control, and he will smother it.
Excellently done. Not giving up that rebound, but what feels like a rare attacking zone draw for Conquer. This stage of the game. Tie up. They win it, but it's knocked loose. Back to the neutral zone. Katanarski being pressured by Martindale. Trouble there on the pickup. Martindale, Fopatoflin, backhand blocked. Still a shot blocked again. What a tough break that would have been for Conquer. They survived the scare. Pass across. What a clutch breakup that was. Both teams playing with fire here defensively. Tonski trying to get rid of that one. Has to carry it back to the neutral zone. Again, runs out of space. Virex just sending that one to the far side. Yalkin looking. Shot blocked. Second chance. What a kick save again! Somehow, two empty nets to shoot at, and Polish Control makes the saves. How have Conquer not won this game off of at least one of those two opportunities?
Both of these teams need to make the playoffs, and both of these teams need to play each other in the playoffs. This is absolutely unreal, and I feel robbed that this is going to be the only matchup we see between these two teams. It has been nothing but excitement, nothing but back and forth action, and a little bit of everything. A low-scoring goaltender's affair, and a bit more of a high-scoring one earlier.
Oh, it's out of nowhere. We have a winner in double overtime. Sadapoika is the hero. And the coal miners take all 4 points. What a game, and what a two-game series.
Absolutely incredible, and you got to feel for Conquer not being able to pick up a win in that one with the chances that they're getting. But it came down to two key saves from Polish Control. He just managed to get back to the short side in each time and get a pad on it. I mean, dinner. Buy the man dinner. I don't care who on Coal Miners does it, but you need to buy that man dinner. He played absolutely extraordinarily well. Coal Miners jump up to 500 on their season and pick up a massive, massive 4 out of 4 points in one of the most exciting matchups that we have seen in this very young season.
A great way to turn things around for the Coal Miners, and again now for Conquer Gaming, falling to 0-2-2 on the season, just 2 points through their first 4 games. Both goalies very close to that 900 save percentage mark. Both gave their teams a chance to win. but it does end up being the Coal Miners who win this one again. So we're going to look back at the goals, and again, it was Conquer that started off the scoring here with this wraparound goal by Yalkin.
Yeah, it was just a really nice play, you know, got in the puck, got in the zone deep and just, you know, surprisingly just went for the wraparound right there. It's not that I don't think anyone expected it, but I mean, we didn't necessarily expect to see the right defenseman down behind the net, but there he was. And you said it, he opened up the scoring in this one here. And it was the response from the Coal Miners that tied this game up and eventually forced overtime here. It was just a nice little play right there. It starts with the down low cycle and they kick it back out front. A perfect pass coming out from the captain of Martindale. Once again, you know, just getting himself on the scoring sheet. I'm not too sure if he got a point on that last goal, but if he did, he would have a point on every single goal scored by the Coal Miners today, and that's captain material if I've ever seen it.
And again, 33 seconds to go on the tying goal in the third period. And right here, the game winner. And I'm hoping we get a closer look. Yes, we are going to get a closer look at how this one snuck through, through the legs of the defender.
Oh, no.
Heartbreak there. But Sin, it had to be a goal like that was going to decide this game with how, you know, closely competitive that it was.
Yeah, there can only be so many close calls before something goes in. I mean, you think about the two saves Polis Control had to make, then another one that hit off the post. You think about that deflection, which no human goaltender could have stopped, and Monkeyhead let it get to Ryan, but it goes off the post as well. Like, it was just, the game should not have been a 2-1 victory in a shootout. It could, or in overtime, it could have easily been what we saw in that first game, a more high-scoring affair, but the hockey between these two teams was just absolutely phenomenal. Excitement all across the board. And, you know, congrats for Coal Miners picking up the 4 points. Conquer, I feel like, especially in that second game, they played a lot better than the result of it. But you do have to score, you know, you got to score a goal at the end of the day.
I believe we have an updated look at the standings here. Everything might not be completely filed in, including that last result. But again, there was a lot of action that went down throughout the league today as it stands. Who'd have thought? Look at that. The two perfect teams left at this stage, H-Reds and Frölunda. Who'd have thought, Sin, at this stage of the game, that they'd be the last two? And of course, H-Reds stayed undefeated for a long, long time. Of course, again, our first match week kind of coming to a close here, and some interesting results there. Again, sportsgamer.gg, all the updated information that you need as we continue on here with this spring season. What stands out for you?
Honestly, what really stands out for me is we're seeing the improvements. We're seeing ZSC and HV71 right now in the left-hand side of the bracket, but it's the good start that they're getting off to. ZSC 2-0-2 have yet to lose in regulation. This is a team that didn't, you know, has been fighting to make the playoffs, and they haven't quite gotten there. Off to a great start. HV71, one of those teams that was in danger of relegation, off to a 2-1-1 start. Edinburgh, same kind of story, 2-1-1 start for them. We're seeing a lot of kind of things start to shift here. You know, obviously Sabo in the first two games that they played didn't win. That was against the Frölunda that we saw, and obviously now we'll have the Coal Miners jumping up here, but it's just, it's kind of nuts to see all that. Yippee Voskala, it's like, they're 3-1 to start the season off. Like, were they even in Pro Division? Here they are back in Elite and looking for the playoffs already early on. It's just, it's crazy so far. It's amazing.
Long way to go in this 30-game regular season. Again, a reminder, we will be back this Sunday. Again, the special start time, 17:45 CEST. Again, 2 hours earlier than what you might be accustomed to. It'll be HV71 taking on YMCA Esports, and the previously mentioned H-Reds, our two-time defending champions, will be taking on Goons. Sin will be on the call for that. I myself will be, I don't know, somewhere in the United States. Not sure where, unfortunately. We'll be missing the next week's worth of action, which I am, I would say I'm regretting, but the girlfriend might kill me to be like, oh yeah, hey, we finally get time to take a vacation, and you want to sit here and cover ECL Elite Division action. And I say, of course I do. What an opening week this has been to kick things off. And again, we look forward to continuing it next week, starting, of course, this Sundays. So keep an eye out for that. But for now, with 2 double overtime games in the books, we should probably look to wind things down. So again, a big thank you for sticking with us here this week. One more time, that's sportsgamer.gg for all the info that you need. Of course, you can follow Sin on the Twitter side of things, Sin for the Win Prod. He's on YouTube at Sin for the Win Productions. I am everywhere at Tukey24, except for this week on Twitch. Gonna miss that. Sin, have fun with the upcoming week. Know that I will be envious. And again, what a start to this season. I will, I will always look forward to these seasons, but the hype level that we had entering this season and what it is now, what a perfect way to kick things off.
Yeah, it's just been phenomenal. And for the last broadcast of the week right there, what a game to finish it on. The ultimate high note there. Just incredibly exciting, and I cannot wait for next week.
So with that, everybody, again, thank you very much for watching. Big thank you to the producers and everyone behind the scenes to help make this broadcast what it is. And we will see you guys in week 2.